Alright, let's dive into something that's been making headlines lately. And honestly, it's pretty alarming. America's water systems are getting hacked. Yes, you heard that right. The very systems that deliver water to our homes, hospitals, and businesses are under attack. And what's even more concerning, experts are saying these systems are basically sitting ducks. No firewalls, no VPNs, often no passwords. It's like leaving your front door wide open in a neighborhood known for break-ins. Personally, I think this is one of those issues that feels abstract until it hits close to home. But here's the thing. It's already happening, and it's not just a minor inconvenience. This is about critical infrastructure, and it's being targeted because it's easy. What makes this really interesting is how it exposes a massive gap in our cybersecurity, a gap that's been there for years, but no one's really been paying attention until now. So let's break this down. The attacks are hitting water systems in at least a dozen states, and officials suspect Iran-backed hackers are behind them. Now, here's where it gets tricky. We don't actually know the full scale of the problem. Why? Because there's no federal regulation requiring utilities to report these hacks. It's all voluntary. In my opinion, that's a huge oversight. If you take a step back and think about it, water systems are the backbone of our daily lives. Hospitals can't function without water. Neither can homes or businesses. Yet, these systems are being targeted because they're low-hanging fruit. One thing that immediately stands out is how vulnerable these programmable logic controllers, PLCs, are. These are the devices that control water pressure, chemical treatments, basically, everything that keeps our water safe and flowing. And they're often connected directly to the internet with little to no security. What many people don't realize is that these PLCs are essentially the keys to the kingdom. If hackers gain access, they can disrupt water supply, cause pressure surges, or even shut down entire systems. It's not just about inconvenience, it's about public safety. Now, let's talk about the implications. In Georgia, one of these attacks caused a drop in water pressure, leading to a boil water advisory. That's a big deal. But what's even scarier is what could happen. Experts warn that hackers could cause a surge in water pressure, bursting pipes, and endangering critical facilities like hospitals. Joshua Corman, a cybersecurity expert, put it bluntly. No water means no hospital in 2 to 4 hours. That's chilling. And it raises a deeper question. Why aren't we treating this like the national security issue it is? From my perspective, this isn't just about fixing a few systems. It's about rethinking how we protect our entire infrastructure. We're talking about systems that were built decades ago, long before cybersecurity was even a concept. They were never designed to withstand modern threats. Another detail I find fascinating is the suspected involvement of Iran-backed hackers. If this is indeed retaliation or a show of force, it's a wake-up call. It's not just about water systems. It's about the broader vulnerability of our critical infrastructure. What this really suggests is that we're in a new era of cyber warfare, where attacks aren't just about stealing data or causing chaos. They're about targeting the very systems that keep our society functioning. And honestly, that's terrifying. But here's the thing. We can't just sit here and panic. What we can do is prepare. Experts recommend storing water at home, at least a gallon per person per day for a few days. It's not about becoming a doomsday prepper, but about being rationally prepared. Because, as Corman said, there's a huge difference between being a prepper and being rationally prepared for occasional disruption. So, where do we go from here? Personally, I think this is a moment for serious reflection. We need to invest in securing our infrastructure, not just water systems, but everything else that's vulnerable. We need federal regulations to ensure these attacks are reported and addressed. And we need to stop treating cybersecurity as an afterthought. Because, at the end of the day, this isn't just about water. It's about our resilience as a society. What do you think? Are we doing enough to protect our critical systems? Or are we just waiting for the next attack to force our hand? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, staying informed isn't just about awareness. It's about taking action. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.